Good morning, everybody. Welcome to snowy Colorado on this Tuesday. My name's Luke Sullivan, Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. We're about 30 minutes north of Denver, maybe not today in the traffic and the snow, but 30 minutes north of Denver, real easy to find right off Interstate 25. Tons of inventory on the lot today. And behind me, we're going to talk about used inventory. So we have a ton of used inventory on the lot, whether it's bumper pulls, goosenecks, or living quarters. We have a little bit of everything right now. And actually what you're gonna see, and what I think this trailer really exemplifies too, is a lot of lightly used inventory. We have a lot of 2018s, 2019s, and the early 2020s as well. So a lot of young, relatively new trailers that we have on our used lot right now. Today, this is a 2023 2-horse gooseneck. Really nice runaround trailer. If you're set up for goosenecks already, if you're towing big LQs and you're looking for a runaround, this is a really nice compact unit to get you in and out of spots, clinics, vet runs, farriers, etc., etc. Really nice way to do that with this trailer and save a little bit off of that sticker shock off some of our new ones. It's a 23 model, like I said. Getting into the meat and potatoes of things right away, you'll see 2 5/16 inch coupler, same little bit of a different iteration, probably our second generation of this B&W coupler. One newer generation on the new models, but a very similar setup. They redesigned this to help with some adjustment, so we're still going to get a lot of adjustment out of this and be able to hook up to those later model trucks that have got those taller bed heights and the taller hitch heights as well. So pretty standard across the board with everything as well. We said 2 5/16 inch ball, coiled breakaway cable kit there, really nice to keep things tidy in the bed of your truck. And then our big safety chains as well. Please use your safety chains, folks. We've got it dummied into a little box to run some lights for you, but we've got our typical 7-pin connector as well. So used unit, this was built by us specifically for customers. So there's a lot of different options on this that aren't quite standard, or maybe just a little bit of an add-on, so to speak. So first and foremost, electric over hydraulic jack. Press of a button, you get a bit of security with it too, because it's also keyed on and off, so you can lock it up and have a bit of peace of mind that somebody's not going to walk away with your trailer. With the electric over hydraulic jack service, you get the 12-volt deep cycle battery service as well. Get a big storage box up here too. Nice spot to throw a couple tools for a flat change or something like that. But with the 12-volt battery service, you're able to run all of your interior and your floodlights even when you're not connected to a truck. So really nice if you use your tack room as your tack room at your barn where you board or something like that. Really nice to come in here early in the morning, flip on some lights, flip on your kill switch and see what you're doing, and then close everything up tight when you're done with that as well. We'll see too, Cimarron, really nice job, matching spare tire. We're 15-inch wheels and tires on this guy. We'll talk about axles a little bit when we get back there, but really nice to have that matching size and style of spare. Style, you're not rocking that steel wheel, that rusty steel wheel if you have a flat on your way to the big show for the year. Size-wise, obviously speaks for itself. Gotta have the same size running down the roads to keep that weight distribution going and all your axles and wheels happy. So we'll get into the tack room a little bit real quick before I guess I'll open this up and we'll talk about it as we go. But they also built this trailer extra wide, so gonna have a little more room inside of this. We are 7'6" wide total instead of the standard 6'10", so we'll see some of that extra space when we get into the horse area. But it's also going to give us a lot more room inside this tack room as well. Oversized door, 42 inches, gives us a lot more space to come in and out of these tack rooms with our big saddles, not tripping over stirrups, stepping into them. On the door too, we also do a really nice brush tray, spray bottle organizer, what have you. Really nice spot to put stuff, easy access when you first get to the show. Pop it open, has a couple drain holes in there too, so if you have a bottle of Shoshine or some hoof paint in there, it can drain out. It's easy to clean out as well too. So you'll see big option we do at Transwest with all our Cimarrons that we build for inventory, and a lot that we suggest for customers like this. When this was built, add this little step here, really makes this entry and exit in and out of this tack room really nice. Not as big a step over that crest, easy entry and exit like we said. Stepping into the tack room, rubberized floor, rubber matted floor throughout here. So just a couple pieces, real easy to pop this out. spray this out if you need to, hose this out, or blow it out however you want. Real easy way to keep it clean. But then we get to some of the options in this trailer, and first and foremost, full width boot box down here. So we are 7.6 wide, like I said, and we are full width boot box on this guy. Lots of options for storage down here, really kind of a blank slate with how you want to use it, but you've got a lot of room with that. And then carpeted as well, so that's a bit of an add-on as well. Carpeted gooseneck, carpeted boot box, and our carpeted floor up here. So a couple cross windows, get a couple windows across from each other. You can get a little cross breeze in here. Real nice spot to throw a mattress, a bedroll, an air mattress, and a sleeping bag, and spend a night in here, spend a weekend in here if you're trail riding out on shows. With Cimarron's insulated roof they do, real easy to stay comfortable in these trailers. Obviously not a full LQ, not even what we would consider a weekender, but a real nice place to stay sheltered and stay cool and temperate while you're showing with your horses or what have you. Another added feature that this trailer came with, which we do in a lot of our trailers, but it looks like we've added a little more length to this, is a big shelf here on this driver's side wall. So we've got a lip in here, a couple inches deep. Real easy to throw stuff up here. You don't have to worry about it sliding and falling out. Ended up on the floor when you get to your next stop. And then secondly, with the shelf that we add onto that is a nice clothes bar there too. Great way to get your show shirts, your coats, your pants, whatever out of your truck. Stay a little more organized inside the trailer and buy yourself a little more room for your passengers in your truck. Secondly, back here is a fully carpeted partition wall. So everybody's seen the used trailers going down the road. We probably all have one parked by our barn that's got those metal swing marks from our halters and our bits and our headgear and our headstalls, excuse me. So the carpeting does twofold. First and foremost, it's going to help us with that resale value of those marks that we see from all of those halters and wear items that are running down the sides of these walls. But secondly, also this carpeting is a really nice sound deadener too. So opposite this wall, obviously, is our horses. If you have metal on metal, everybody knows that's going to echo, and you get it closed in a trailer like this. You're going to make a lot of noise on those metal on metal, especially bouncing down the road, starting and stopping, and so on and so forth. So really nice sound deadener between our horses and all of our gear inside of here too. And then Cimarron does a really nice job, and these look to be the same style that we're putting out in our 25 models, is they do a really nice style bridle hook on these guys. So pretty stout, got a lot of height to it as well, and then some nice depth to it as well. So we've all pulled into a show for a trail ride down a rough washboard road, or just a quick trip to a friend's, a neighbor's, and found our halters and our headgear and our bridles and everything on the floor because it's fallen off of those shallow hooks. So these do a really nice job of containing everything. You can even hang some hoses or some electrical cords on these guys as well. You've just got that option with these nice, deep, strong hooks. So you'll see, if you're familiar with a lot of our 2-horses, whether they're or 3-horse, our bumper pulls and our goosenecks, we do a lot of swing out saddle racks. Really nice, really convenient. This is not set up with a saddle rack that swings out. It's on actually a removable post. And you'll see when we get back to the horse area that we've gone back to that kind of old style that was much more popular than it is now, of a kind of a collapsible, foldable tack in the rear. So if you want to pull this out, set it back there in the back. It's got the plastic insets to slide all that in there, and you're good to go. Looks like a factory finish. It is a factory finish. Was something that the customer wanted to add and make a little unique about their trailer. So they bought themselves a little more room up here if you want to slide this in the back. One more thing before we get out of the trailer. We've got this back corner that's always some wasted space, especially in these slant loads. So we've added the 28-gallon High Country Plastics tank on this guy as well. Very similar to what we're putting on our new models. So you're not going to see a lot of changes with the additional equipment that we've got in here. Really nice to bring some water with you and offer it to your horses going down the road. Light switch here, just as you come in the door, nice Opti brights in there. Really the same style LEDs that we're using in all of our new trailers. They really turn night into day and help make those early mornings and those late nights a little easier to see. Speaking of LEDs, we've got an awning light above our rear axles here, also above some tie hooks. So if you're tacking up here, if you've got a couple horses tied up here, flip your awning lights. And like we said, with that 12-volt battery service, you don't even have to be hooked to a truck to enable all of these. We talked quickly about our tie rings. Got a couple here, and we've got a couple mirror image on the driver's side as well. So if you've got a couple that don't get along, or your parking situation doesn't enable you to tie up over here, you can do the same on the driver's side as well. Do have big oversized bus windows on the hip side. Can move a lot of air through these guys. Really nice to open these up. This time of year, winter time, we're obviously not opening those full up and getting a lot of airflow through here, but you always want to keep some fresh air flowing through your trailer. So working our way down, we talked a little bit about running gear up front on our spare tire. We are on 15-inch aluminum wheels. We do have electric drum brakes. Make sure you have a functioning trailer brake controller, even though this is a little bit of a lighter trailer. And like we said, maybe you are working this into your fleet, whether you've got a big LQ and you're looking for a little runaround. Always make sure your trailer brake controller is functioning and trailer and truck are talking to each other. We are on 5,200-pound Dexter axles as well. Really nice torsion axle systems. They've tuned them a lot better. I think some of the early systems, a lot of customers say, man, those light aluminum trailers, they just bounce down the road every time you hit a little bump, especially when they're empty. So I think Dexter's done a nice job with tuning those rubber suspension components and the torsion that we get out of these, and they ride really nice nowadays. So we'll work our way around to the back. We're 50-50 split doors back here. And we talked quickly about our collapsible folding rear tack back here. So, like we said, we have the option and we have the provisions set up to very easily move our saddle post back here, hook it up to the top with a couple spring-loaded latches and then a foot down on the bottom. Very easily fits down in there. Nice way to clear out some of that extra space or make some extra space in your tack room. And then again, if you don't want to utilize that and you like the saddles up front, couple spring-loaded latches, like we said, and you are pretty much fully collapsed against that driver's side wall. Obviously, we have probably 4 to 6 inches protruding out there, but gives your horses a little extra space. If you do ever need to use this as kind of a box stall, whether you're hauling a mare and foal or something like that, you can also bring this partition over and pin it up against the wall. So we'll pin this back out. Another big add-on feature to this trailer that you might notice, or snow's starting to cover it up a little bit too, is its worm installed flooring. So worm is our impenetrable rubberized pour-in flooring. Worm stands for we eliminate rubber mats. No more pulling mats out every summer at the end of the season, spraying them out with your pressure washer and getting covered in all of that. Really nice way, bit of good housekeeping with these worm floors. Wash them out once in a while, and it's an impenetrable surface, so nothing is ever going to make its way down to the aluminum floor on the top side, obviously. Crawl under your trailer once a year, get a good look at your floor and inspect it, whether you're doing that when you're doing your regular maintenance or not. But otherwise, it's a set it and forget it kind of system, and it's really, it's the bee's knees in my opinion. I think it's no more mats. My wife and I have many times been a commercial for them after we've spent a hot summer day pulling our mats and pressure washing our trailers out. So full stud divider on this trailer was how the customer wanted it, how he planned to use it. Gives you a lot of different options with the full stud divider. We are spring loaded, but with the big full stud divider, we're leaning a little bit passenger. Not gonna hold itself quite perfectly there. But with that full stud divider, if you're hauling one horse, you need a little bit of extra storage. You can always throw a couple bales of hay, some of your shavings up here, or the like, and be comfortable that you know it's not going to roll around with that stud divider holding it in. Another option we did on this trailer as well, we added some of our hay mangers. Just a little corner hay bag, couple double-ended snaps, hold them all up. We've got one for each horse in the corner there. Nice little addition to it to be able to offer them something to eat when you're going down the road and you don't want to hang a big hay net from the roof. But we also have the provisions for that. Looking around too on the inside of this, kick mats all around. One big difference that you'll see from a lot of our standard 2 horses on the lot is we've got a little bit of fender well inside of here. So we talked about being an extra wide trailer. We're 7'6", 6'10" is standard on all of our trailers. And then 7'6" or an 8-footer is when we get when we talk about being extra wide. So whenever you are extra wide, we have some dimensions we have to abide by, Cimarron has to abide by, set by DOT standards and the like. But because of that, we can't move our axles a whole lot, and therefore we get a bit of fender well inside of our trailer. So I have a lot of customers coming to us saying, I have an extra wide trailer, I really want to stay at that extra wide, I like the extra space, and we couldn't agree more. But also, if you don't see that fender on the inside of the trailer, you're typically going to be that standard 6'10" wide. So anytime we have that on the inside of a trailer is when we really are getting the extra wide and buying ourselves a lot more floor space out of these trailers. We'll work our way out. We are a step out trailer, big rubber bumper up there hiding under the snow. Our shop can do a lot, especially with Cimarrons and Logans. We've got some awesome techs in our shop. If you want to add, if you want to make this trailer just that bit much more yours, a bit more unique, you can always add a ramp to them. Cimarrons, we can order those factory parts in, and you'll think it was a factory finish. So we'll close up this side door real quick, give you a quick look at some of the running lights and our controls for all our LEDs. All of our Cimarrons are also key to light too. So you'll see even our paddle latches on our rear doors for our horse compartment. Same key that we'll use for our tack room. We've got some drop windows on the head side. We can lock this thing up pretty tight. So if you are at a show and you've got your trunk stored in here, your tack trunk or something like that, real easy, and you don't want to try and get it, squeeze it through the tack room door, real easy to lock these trailers up. Really nice feature. Go around one set of keys, hand one off to your spouse, keep one on your own ring, and you've both all got access to it as well. So we are a used trailer. Still, we're new enough. We're doing all LED lights around. Really low power draw on those, nice for your tow vehicles. And then also we've got all of our controls for our awning lights and our rear horse compartment as well. So switch these on and off, pretty easy access to all those right as you jump out of your driver's seat. Come back here and flip all of those on. Working our way over here to the driver's side, probably a little ironic to have our drop windows open today on this snowy day. Probably certainly wouldn't be traveling with my horses with those wide open. We're in the 20s and quite chilly. But summertime, you can really imagine the amount of airflow that'll flow through these. The jail bars are just a really nice safety feature. No mechanism to get those to drop down. They pull right out of there. If you want to offer some hay, add some more hay to their mangers inside, offer a little water. These fit right back in their track. Just flip that up a little bit and you're right back in there and sealed tight again. This time of year, we're obviously not going to run these. We do have nice little bus windows. They're a little bit smaller than our oversized that we have on the hip side just to fit in there. But this time of year, still keep a little fresh air flowing through there and keep everybody happy. Awning light above those, centered it a little farther forward than our passenger side one. Again, mirror image of some tie rings over here as well above that awning, below that awning light. Nice way to see what you're doing, help yourself out. Like we said, horse people, early mornings, late nights, it's always dark, especially this time of year with time change and 5 o'clock sunsets. So nice to be able to light up the night. Get a good look at the side of this trailer now. Again, in terms of used inventory, we've got just a little bit of everything. We've got some bumper pulls, we've got some goosenecks, and we've got a ton of LQs as well right now. 3-horse LQs is really where our used inventory is thriving at the moment. So if you have any questions about this trailer specifically, anything else on the lot, anything about your tow vehicle or opinions on trailers, please feel free to give me a shout. You can email me, luke.sullivan@transwest.com. Call me, text me. My cell phone's 859-509-1282. If you have questions specific to this trailer, feel free, pull it up on our website. You can reference it. Stock number is 5U241540. Thank you all very much. Appreciate your time. Hope you're having a little snowfall as well. También hablo español.